Seriously.
At least you're making good money.
Yeah, but I'm trying to make it now because I did got that I changed it to 7 o'clock in the morning to 3:30 in the afternoon. It's gonna go in effect next year, so I'm trying to make as much money I can now.
Oh, you got a new schedule?
Yeah, I remember I was bidding on the
When does that start?
in January.
So that's good then, right?
Yeah, good for me to get some rest, but I ain't gonna make no money. Not gonna make no money.
Why not?
Because there's no money to make on that tour. It's only like only people with a lot of seniority be there, and it's no male. That's the easiest tour, but you got good off there, like starting at 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Nope, you hardly get a job and start at 7 o'clock in the post office. You might get something start at 3 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock, 10:30 at night, midnight, but no 7 o'clock. It's a give and take situation. You work those crazy hours, but you're gonna pay more. Get paid more, like night differential, Sunday premium. The demand for the meal is higher.
Yeah.
So.
You got what you wanted though.
Yeah, I got what my wife wanted. She been wanting me home. I've been doing it for so many years.
But you've been wanting to sleep.
Yeah. Yeah. Right now, I don't even know how I'm here, because I'm like a zombie right now. You know what it is that you get up, you don't know what time it is?
Yeah.
You're like, what time it is? What? You gotta go to work. Then when you're off, you get up and you're like, wait, I gotta go to work, and you're like, wait a minute, today I'm off, man. It's so messed up in the head because at the end of the night, the night shift is not for normal people, man. It's not. It's not for normal people.
But it's gonna end soon.
Yeah. Yeah. For a minute. She already told me if I don't take it, she must forget about her. I like, what? Say, you heard me. If you don't take that position, you can forget about me.
What she mean by that?
I don't know. The question is the same thing I asked her. What do you mean by that? She said, you heard me. You can forget about me.
What she mean by that?
Well, she want me home because, you know, for a while my wife been sleeping by herself for a while. Sleeping by herself at night. That's why I don't care to do nothing on the weekend on my only day out, because I just like, I don't get to play my video game, I don't get to play music, I don't get to do nothing because the one day I just want to rest.
Yeah.
See? Just want to rest. That's why I don't care to go nowhere when I'm off, because I just want to stay home and rest. Enjoy my toys. There's only one day off, too.
Yeah.
And I have to get up early in the morning Sunday to come train here. But the sad thing about it is that I love training and training other people and being at my own job. It's crazy, but I don't love what I'm doing as far as bring meal to the table, but I love working with people and helping people.
Yeah.
What? You gotta do what you gotta do to support your family. And I've been getting this obsession too with the form, with the Phoenix forms. Like, I don't want to do nothing else but that. I be doing it in the bathroom too when I take a shower. Honestly, some people sing in the bathroom. I be sparring in the bathroom. For some reason, you know, it's freely and I'm hitting the water and I'm trying to let the water hit me. And I'm trying to evade the water. And I'll be punching the wall for my fist. My daughter always tells me, stop doing that. I'm getting tired of you doing that, Daddy, stop. I like doing it in the shower. I feel free and I feel lighter and I move faster,
Nice.
Then when get under the water, back and weed, in and out, slide under the shower, do some blocks, and come into the back fizz. I'll be like this, man.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Alright. Part 17, Tao Te Ching. The highest rulers, people do not know they have them. The next level, people love them and praise them. The next level, people fear them. The next level, people despise them. If the ruler's trust is insufficient, have no trust in them. Proceeding calmly, valuing their words, task accomplished, matter settled. The people all say we did it naturally. The most skillful rulers work behind the scene. They know how to achieve their objectives quickly and quietly. They use a light touch and produce seamless results. They are so good at what they do that people are hardly aware of their existence.
Nice.
The original Chinese is not gender specific in referring to the ruler and does not assert that the ruler must be male. Most translators arbitrarily force the gender to be either male or female, which distorts the original meaning. Below the level of ideal leadership, we have rulers who act in benevolent ways, so people love them, rulers who use intimidation, so people fear them, and rulers who are incompetent, so people despise them. The ideal way is to govern in an unhurried manner, where rulers are bound by the words and therefore never speak lightly. Such rulers tend to do more and talk less. This in turn means the affairs of the state are conducted in a non-disruptive way. The people, unaware of all the work that goes into governing, assume that they did it themselves. Like several other passages from the Tao Te Ching, this chapter seems to be aimed at the ancient kings of China. How can such passages apply to us? Do not think of ruling in the literal sense of leading a nation. Look at your own life and note all the circumstances where leadership plays a role. Most of us will at some point be called upon to play a leading role in social settings, community activities, or the workplace. The Tao of leadership remains constant in any context. Whether you find yourself having to deal with children, neighbors, or co-workers, you will find the distinctions in this chapter a useful guide. Reflection bang.
The inflation is so funny is that it's hit home with me because I believe and I agree with that the rulers and leaders are the ones that you least expected because they do a lot of work behind closed doors. And it's a lot of times they don't even get credit for it because what they're doing, they go and they work in the darkness, they work like in the shadows. And a lot of people I'm not aware of that, but they see the end result, but they don't know how the product got made. Or for example, for me, like I work for the post office, my job is to go pick up the mail in the facility. A lot of times, my supervisors don't know what I have to do to get that mail. Sometimes the people that are supposed to bring the mail to me, they're not there, or they're not doing it. So sometimes I have to go behind closed doors, and get my mail off the shelf myself, line it up, and sometimes take it to the dock, and then load it up into my truck. Sometimes I get threatened, but the same people are not bringing the mail out because they'll say I'm trying to take their job. They threaten me to file agreements against me with the union, but they don't want to do it. They believe and they think that it's not their job, they're not going to do it. And a lot of times, leaders, unseen leaders, they get the job done, and a lot of people take credit for it. Like that could be another thing, situation with power. A lot of times power is like somebody taking credit for somebody's job and they get the credit for it, but that's just power. That's the power, they could do that. But at the same time, the people that are doing the job don't get enough credit, and they are the real leaders because they're getting the job done no matter what. And this passage you're reading clearly talks about that, because I'm sure there's a lot of leaders in the house that we can't see, that people don't know they're leaders, but they are. Like to get your kids ready for school, they see the kids going to school, but they don't see who getting them ready, who's preparing them for school, who's helping them at home with the homework. And those are the real leaders, not even the teachers at school. The parents that do their job, they're the real leaders. And that's what a reflection I'm getting at this is so powerful, because that is so true. We are leaders, but just some people just don't know it. Don't know it yet. And that's my reflection on that.
That's pretty insightful.
Yeah. Thanks. Gotta get the job done, you know. And they always in the back scene, never get credit. We never see the name mentioned. We see the people in front getting all the credit. But they're just using power. Take the credit from the lower people. Well, the lower people behind closed doors who are getting the job done really. They're the one that are making the job work. Without them, it's nothing.
It's like ghostwriters.
Yeah, those leaders, you know.
Well, to add to what you just said, you're right. I mean, leadership can take another form where it's not a conventional leader, like, oh, I'm the boss, I'm doing this. And it's like, well, they're not doing any of the real work. Like,
Right.
if you notice, like, man, the bathroom is filthy, but if it's clean all the time, you don't see who's doing it. You're just like, man, it's always clean. It's supposed
Right.
to be this way.
Right.
But if the janitors go on strike, it's like, what happened? It's like, hey, this is the leader right here.
Right. Exactly. And the people up front get the credit. That's what actually it's power though, man. If you get people to do your doings and then you take the credit for it, that's power. Just like the power of money. You know what I'm saying? That's just power. But the real leaders are the ones that are getting the job done, but they're just not getting credit for it.
Yeah, I mean, I see the other end too, of bosses of companies and all that. Like, you do have people who's like, all right, well, to put you in a position to be able to clean the bathrooms or do whatever job that needs to be done, you need somebody to organize that.
But there's some good leaders that are bosses, but they see the people that do the job not there, they want to take on the mantle as the worker and get the job done, because that's what they do.
Right.
Because that's a good leader. Instead of having somebody bossing you around and do this, do this, do that, but you see the crown and he could take care of himself, but he ain't going to do it. But that's the power of power. That's because he feels that he got power. Well, he's not a real good leader. And it's so funny because I think the society we're living in, they can't afford to have too many leaders. It's the moment that you do what everybody's doing, you're okay. But the minute you outspoken and speak your mind about something that is not right, now all of a sudden you become a leader because the people start listening to you. But then at the same time, the haters going to start hating on you, and they're going to take you out. It's been happening for so many years.
From the beginning of time.
From beginning of time. You know, earliest messiahs like Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Bob Marley, Bruce Lee, Jesus,
Muhammad.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know, even Sifu himself, you know, when he started speaking about MMA against MMA, nobody cared. Well, he could talk to his face turn red, but the minute you start having followers that start listening to what he's saying, now it's becoming a problem. They're going to take you out. It's by affecting your business, shutting you down the best way legally possible. If that don't work, they want to take you out physically. You know, because you're becoming a messiah. You know, people start listening to you, and so people don't like that. When people start following you and you becoming a messiah, you don't have to be healing people like Jesus Christ, but the minute people start listening to you and people following you, they wait a minute, this guy's going to become a problem. Let's take him out.
Well, yeah, you're changing the status quo.
Right. Take you out. That's what the term that we talk about in the Bible, not in the Bible, in the book, when they're talking about if you're a lion or a sheep. Like the lion was meant to believe that he was a sheep all this time because he was afraid of him until when he get older and get bigger, he's going to become a lion and leave his thing on the thing. So they make the lion believe that he's a sheep all this time. When the minute that some other lion took him and showed him a reflection, said, listen, dude, you're a lion. You ain't a sheep. Remember that? Remember we read that in the book?
Yeah.
And that's what's going on now. It's coming leadership. People are afraid of that. They know you're not to be somebody or something special, but they want to try to brainwash you and make you think that you're not. But a good leader is the one that do all the work and don't even take credit for it. You just do what you do and keep it moving, you know. Eventually people could see who's a leader and who's not. Okay? I keep telling you guys that. Sometimes you don't need titles, you don't need no pen, you don't need no belts. People see with your action who's a leader or not. You don't need that to say, hey man, look, I'm a leader on your chest. I'm a leader.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's like having somebody who's, you know, best player on the team. You don't have to say it. Everybody knows.
Everybody knows. When you get control, you're gonna either make you pay or you're gonna mess you up.
We got 5 seconds left. Who getting the ball? Like, y'all know who getting the ball.
No who getting the ball.
The other team know who getting the ball.
No, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You know it's gonna tear up people. You know it's gonna make some damage. You already know. You don't need to boast. You don't need to say, hey, I'm a leader, I'm this, I'm that. You already know what's the deal. That's why it's always good to play calm and collected and be cool.
Well, I wanted to add something else. Just talking about leadership in general. I'm reading this book on Dr. King, and I never really read it all, but his letter from Birmingham jail, whatever. And I didn't realize the circumstances of why he wrote the letter. Apparently, he was in jail, mind you, for, you know, marching and protesting and having demonstrations. And there were 8 ministers in the area, and they were telling him that he should stop protesting. Like, he was in jail, like, yeah, what you're doing is wrong. He's like, wait, you know, he got so offended that he wrote the letter and put it out in public. He was like, hey, you know, you shouldn't be mad at me. You should be mad at the circumstances why I'm in, you know, why I'm demonstrating in the first place.
Why he got put in jail too? He got put in jail because he was protesting. You know, he was one guy to do it with no harm to others.
They're like, oh, well, you're breaking the law. He's like, well, yes, I'm breaking the law, but there's a such thing as civil disobedience. He's like, well, if the law is unjust, it's like, hey, we're peacefully doing it. You know, you want to get upset at somebody, get mad at the police and the dogs that's biting people, beat people up in the street, but the nerve, you know. And I'm like, wow, like, that's a big deal.
Man, I'm telling you, man. That's for real, man.
And that wasn't ghostwritten. No ghostwritten.
It's surreal, I'm telling you. People do some crazy stuff, man. Just because you speak your mind or you're not following the crowd. It's crazy, man.
The world is crazy. You gotta be crazy to fit in.
You just gotta identify crazy and how to deal with it accordingly and how to avoid it. Instead of just being so out there, just studying. Observe people behavior, observe people the way they talk, the way they move. Study them. Sometimes I get that comment from my wife all the time. She say, "Won't you relax? You're always like on guard. Like when we go out, I'm always sitting like at the exit door, watching people."
You do all that, but you don't get a gun.
Yeah, I do all that. You know, I used to only identify the problem. Shoot, I want to identify the problem so I know what to do.
Get the gun, man. Get the gun, get the concealed carry.
I sometimes think I could identify the people that have a gun too, because the people that have a gun, they're cocky. They dress different too, and they're cocky, and they act like they don't care. Like they know they got a piece on, like they feel like they're invincible.
100 degrees outside. They got jeans on, this big old shirt with a button up. It's like, wait, this guy home.
Matter of fact, I had a dream before I came here, because I took a nap before I came here. So I was tired. I had a dream that two guys that I knew was in an argument, a young guy and an older guy. And the older guy beat up on the young guy, and I was standing there, and he pulled a gun on the older guy, and instead of he's shooting the guy he had the business with, he shot me. And that's when I wake up, I said, whoa, what the hell's going on? I got shot, and my wife was rushing me to the hospital.
That sounds like a dream. That sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah,
No, in all honesty, though, that's usually what happens. People who get in altercations.
and you try to take them apart, like separate them or calm them
The
down.
person trying to break that up usually is the one that is the victim.
Right. I think it's calm because the last video I saw before I took a nap, because I was watching the video, I try to keep up with you guys, what's going on. You guys were doing something with the gun, something.
Oh, the drawing video?
Yeah, the
You was
drawing
here for
video.
the other ones we did.
The drawing video, and that's why the last time I saw it, when I fell asleep. And that's why it triggered a nightmare. That's what triggered it.
And what part of the Tao Te Ching were we on last?
17.
17.
But we could end it there so you guys can work on the window.
Okay.
It's a little more stretchy.
Yeah, true leadership, you can't fake that.
Hmm?
You know what I'm saying? True leadership, you can't fake it. When somebody's leading something, you don't have to put it into words. It just... There's a problem that, you know, like you seen that movie Pulp Fiction,
Mm-hmm.
where they killed the guy and they called the guy that showed up to help them take care of the dead body and all that stuff, and he broke down like, alright, this is what you guys want to do.
What should I say? What should I say today?
Let's come tomorrow. I think he's still out of town, I think.
Are you another town?
I think so.
He gonna have to update his passport the way he was trying to. He run out of pages. Do they even still do that anymore? Or they scan it?
What's that?
The passports, you know, when they
They
stamp
still
it,
stamp it.
they still
Yeah.
stamp it. I thought they did scanning now.
No, they still stamp it. Because not every country is advanced like that. I know Panama still stamp it. Sometimes it get annoying. You're like, where you at? And then it's like,